Good afternoon, everyone. So, today we'll continue the chapter 4, that is structure of atom. Now, in the last class, we were doing about electronic configuration, how the electrons are present in various shells of an atom, and how many electrons present in the last shell, and these electrons are called as the valence electrons. After that, we discussed about the valency, which is the combining capacity of an element. I told you that electrons either gain or lose the electrons in order to attain stability. And what is stability? Stability means to have 8 electrons in the outermost shell, that is to make their shell complete. Basically, the outermost shell should be complete, then we can say that atom is stable. Now, today we'll discuss something very important. See, suppose we take the example of sodium. Sodium has atomic number 11. Now, if the sodium has atomic number 11, that means it will have 11 protons and 11 electrons. You know that Z is equals to number of protons and the number of electrons in an atom. So that will have, sodium will have 11 protons and 11 electrons. I told you that charge on one electron is equals to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs of negative charge, and the charge on a proton is 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs of positive charge. That means that one electron and a proton carries the same amount of charge, only the magnitude wise they are same, only the sign is different. Electron is carrying that much of negative charge and proton is carrying that much of positive charge. So that means they just vary in the sign of the charge, but the value of charge is exactly the same. So if I consider this 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs of charge as 1 unit, इसको मैं अगर 1 unit consider कर लूँ, that means I can say that charge on one electron is minus 1 unit and charge on a proton is plus 1 unit. Can I say this? Because the value is same and we have considered this value as 1 unit. So instead of taking 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs every time, I can use that an electron has minus 1 unit of charge and a proton has plus 1 unit of charge. Now, in the sodium there are 11 protons, so I can say that one proton carries plus 1 unit charge, so 11 protons will carry plus 11 unit of charge. Similarly, if one electron is carrying minus 1 unit charge, so 11 electrons will be carrying minus 11 unit of negative charge. So if I calculate the total charge present on an atom, the total charge present on sodium, that will be plus 111 units because of 11 protons and minus 111 units because of 11 electrons, that will cancel out each other, making the net charge 0, due to which we say that an atom is electrically neutral. It has no charge because the overall charge cancels out each other. But today I told you the basics of that how is it possible, है ना? We have explained it in a mathematical manner that how an atom is a neutral, it has no charge. Why we are doing so? Because you know that sodium has electronic configuration of 281. Now, is it stable? It's not at all stable because it has one electron in the last shell. In order to attain this stability, it will lose one electron. Sodium has atomic number 11. Its configuration is 281. It's not stable because it has one electron in its last shell. What will it do? It will lose one electron. After losing one electron, it will attain stability because now its configuration will be 2, 8. But after losing one electron, how many electrons does sodium has? Earlier sodium has 11 electrons and 11 protons. I told you that because of 11 electrons it has minus 11 charge, because of 11 protons it has plus 11 charge. So overall sodium has no charge, it is electrically neutral. But now as it has lost one electron, now the number of electrons present in it will be 10. But the number of protons are same, that is 11. Number of protons can't be less than the number of electrons. Yes, it can be less than protons. Basically, protons can neither be lost nor be gained. An atom can neither lose protons nor gain protons. It can either lose or gain the electrons, not the protons. Protons are present inside the nucleus. They are bound. Okay, they can't be transferred from one atom to another. An atom can only share or lose or gain electrons, not the protons or the neutrons. So number of protons will always be equal to atomic number. Now, because of 10 electrons, it will have minus 10 unit charge, and because of 11 protons, it will have plus 11 unit of charge. Minus 10 plus 11, it will have plus 1 unit of charge. That means after losing one electron, sodium will acquire how much charge? Plus 1 charge. That's why now it will form Na plus ion. अब ये क्या बन गया? केटायन बन गया, चार्ज स्पीशीज बन गया, आयन बन गया, है ना? And positively charged है इसीलिए cation बन गया. Similarly, let's take one more example. Magnesium has atomic number 12, so its configuration is 282. It has 2 electrons in the outermost shell. It's not stable at all. But if, first of all, sodium has 12 protons and 12 electrons, because of 12 electrons it has minus 12 units of charge, and because of 12 protons it has plus 12 units of charge, and overall charge it will have 0. But in order to attain stability, magnesium has to lose these 2 electrons. After losing these 2 electrons, now the number of electrons left will be 10. Only 8 plus 2 is 10. And the number of protons will be 12, because protons can't be lost or can be gained. Now again the charge, because of 10 electrons it will have minus 10 units of charge. Because of 12 protons it will have plus 12 units of charge. Overall charge will be प्लस 2. तो मतलब अगर कोई एटम एक इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करता है तो उस पर कितना चार्ज आ जाता है? प्लस 1. लेकिन अगर कोई एटम 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स लूज करता है तो उस पर कितना चार्ज आ जाता है? प्लस 2. दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव लर्नड दैट मैग्नीशियम cation is Mg2+, calcium is Ca2+, sodium is Na+1, potassium is K+1. This is because sodium, potassium will lose 1 electron, whereas magnesium and calcium will lose 2 electrons. Now we come to aluminium. Aluminium has atomic number 13. It will have 13 electrons and 13 protons. Because of 13 electrons, it will have minus 13 units of charge, and because of 13 protons, it will have plus 13 units of charge, making the net charge 0 because they will cancel out each other. But its configuration is 283. It is not stable. It has to lose 3 electrons in order to attain stability. After losing 3 electrons, Al will have how many electrons? 10. And how many protons? 13. Because of 10 electrons, it will have minus 10 units of charge. Because of 13 protons, it will have plus 13 units of charge, making the net charge plus 3. That's why we always write Al3 plus. So sometimes there is a confusion in the mind of the students that how if something is losing electrons and is getting the positive charge, because we always move like this, that positive means to gain something and negative means to lose something. This is because electron is a negatively charged species, so an atom will lose that many electrons, that much positive charge will it gain, है ना? And an atom if gain electrons, that many electrons it will gain will get that much negative charge, because atom is neutral, but after gaining or losing the electrons, atom get positive or negative charge. It is very obvious that after losing the electrons, atom will get the positive charge. If an atom lose 1 electron, it will have plus 1 charge. If an atom lose 2 electrons, it will have plus 2 charge. And if an atom lose 3 electrons, it will have plus 3 charge. Similarly, if we take chlorine, chlorine has atomic number 17. That means it has 17 electrons and 17 protons. Because of 17 electrons, it will have minus 17 units of charge, and because of 17 protons, it will have plus 17 units of charge, making the net charge 0. But Cl has configuration 287. It's not at all stable. It has to gain 1 electron in order to attain stability. Now Cl will gain 1 electron. After gaining 1 electron, how many electrons Cl will have now? 18. There are already 17 electrons in chlorine. After gaining 1 more electron, now it will have 18 electrons. And how many protons does it have? 17. Because of electrons, there will be minus 18 units of charge, and because of protons, there will be plus 17 units of charge, making the net charge minus 1. That's why we have learned that Cl minus 1, F minus 1. This is because all of them gain 1 electron in order to attain the stability. That's why they get minus 1 unit of charge. Similarly, if we take the example of oxygen, oxygen has atomic number 8. That means it has 8 electrons and 8 protons. Because of 8 electrons, it will have minus 8 unit of charge, and because of 8 protons, it will have plus 8 unit of charge, making the net charge 0. But its electronic configuration is 2, 6. In order to attain stability, it has to gain 2 electrons. So, oxygen after gaining 2 electrons, now the total number of electrons in oxygen will be 8 plus 2, that is 10. But number of protons remains the same, that is 8. Because of 10 electrons, it will have minus 10 units of charge. Because of 8 protons, it will have plus 8 units of charge, making the net charge minus 2. That's why we always say oxide is O minus 2. Okay. So now we'll write it in the form of the notes. We will summarize all these rules to just learn how the things work. The notes. Note number 1. An atom gain, loses or share electrons in order to attain stability. अपना octet complete करने के लिए, stability attain करने के लिए वो या तो गेन करते हैं इलेक्ट्रॉन्स या लूज करते हैं या शेयर करते हैं। शेयरिंग हम हायर क्लासेस में पढ़ेंगे, अभी नहीं है हमारे सिलेबस में। इफ एन एटम loses one electron, it gets +1 charge. So we can summarize it that the positive charge attained by an atom is equal to the number of electrons it loses in order to attain stability। एक एटम के ऊपर कितना पॉजिटिव चार्ज आएगा, जितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स वो लूज करेगा। एक इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करेगा तो +1 चार्ज, 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन लूज करेगा तो +2 चार्ज, 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स लूज करेगा तो +3 चार्ज। सिमिलरली द नेगेटिव चार्ज attained by an atom is equal to the number of electrons gained by an atom। जितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स उसने गेन करे हैं उतना उस पर क्या आता जाएगा, नेगेटिव चार्ज आता जाएगा। लाइक अगर कोई एक इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन कर रहा है तो उस पर -1 चार्ज आएगा, 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स गेन कर रहा है तो -2, 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स गेन कर रहा है तो उस पर कितना चार्ज आएगा, -3 चार्ज आएगा। Okay, so this is the overall summary of that. Now there is a difference between valence electrons. Valence electrons means number of electrons in the last shell, whereas valency is combining capacity. That means जितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स किसी एटम को लूज या गेन करने हैं उतने एटम्स के साथ कंबाइन होना पड़ेगा। That will be called as its valency. Whereas charge is this positive and negative charge. Valency पर कोई charge नहीं होता, valency is just a number. Whereas charge will have plus sign or minus sign. After gaining or losing the electrons, it will have plus or minus charge. Okay, so all the things are different from each other.